Quantumscape, or QS stock, has a market opportunity over 251 billion by 2030. There are more reports out there about the increase in the EV battery market size. They expect a compound annual growth rate of about 10%. And if you look at the market cap of Quantumscape, it's only 2.5 billion so far. So your upside can be quite huge, but you have to understand that there is a catch. This company has high opportunities. They may succeed, but you also have to understand the risk. Because if you look at the stock price from its IPO, $9, today you have a decline over or close to 50%. The stock price is about $5. But be aware that the stock price went up to $114. And this bump may happen again. Of course, not back to $100, but you may have a bump like this. And you can make some money. Now, to have a higher return, the stock price to skyrocket, they have to succeed, to come up with some innovations, breakthroughs. Yes, if you look at the market, huge growth rate ahead for the global EV battery market. You can also see the market share of the world's top EV battery makers here, KATL, BYD, LG, and other companies. China is the bigger manufacturer, but you have to understand that Quantumscape is not focusing on manufacturing, but on designing and licensing their technology. If they succeed with their technology, anode-free lithium metal technology, they can make a lot of money. They can license it and increase their market share. But don't think that they become a manufacturer, but rather a designer. Now, if you look at their presentation, you have to understand some important facts about their new technology. As they said, achieving battery electric vehicle market dominance, this is their plan, to dominate this market, but with their technology, not to become a manufacturer. It will require a next generation battery. And that next generation, the new technology, is anode-free lithium metal technology, which offers compelling benefits over conventional lithium-ion batteries. Now, you have to understand this technology, because if you don't understand it, you can't take advantage of the stock price and assess when it's cheap and when it's overvalued. So the first question you should ask is, what is anode-free lithium metal technology? What are their pros and cons? If you do a little research about this, you can see that the pros have higher energy density, lighter and thinner batteries, which is much convenient, cost reduction, and faster charging. So as you can see, those benefits are quite important. They are a need, they are a real need for the future of EV. And the cons, limited cycle life. This means that the battery has a shorter lifespan. They also have some risks, circuits, battery failure, and manufacturing challenges. But the biggest draw is this, limited cycle life. Now you also have to look closer to this disadvantage, shorter lifespan. If you read their presentation, you'll find out that here they achieve a higher energy rotation, higher than 1000 full cycle equivalents for their prototype, Quantumscape A0 prototype. Now, you compare what they achieved, 1000 cycles, with the other technologies here for lithium-ion battery. And you can see that for common EVs and smartphones, those cycles are between 500 and 2000. And for the other technology, for instance, using Tesla EVs, those cycles can reach 2500. So Quantumscape is in the middle with their 1000 full cycle equivalents. is in the middle. If they can increase those cycles from 1000 to over 2000 or maybe 4000, then be sure that Quantumscape will become the gold standard in this EV battery market. They will become the gold standard. And this is the reward of this company. Because if that happens, if they achieve that breakthrough, the stock price at that moment will skyrocket. You might have something like this. Again, 6x. So the market cap can go from 2.5 billion to 25 billion or even more than that. They have huge opportunities, but only if they succeed with their technology. This is the condition. Now, if you also want to find out more about the other technologies and compare each technology and their place, their ranking, you can see that in first place is lithium ion with all the metals that they require, solid state lithium metal, and anode free lithium metal. This is the technology that Quantumscape is focusing on. You can see here in their presentation. Here, anode free lithium metal technology. And you can see here their pros and cons. Super high energy density, lightweight, and the cons: short lifespan, safety risk. And be aware that potential breakthrough in energy storage. And here is the key: breakthrough in energy storage. If they can succeed, come up with something new, they can become the gold standard. From the third place, they can go to first place. So their opportunity is quite huge. Moreover, besides this breakthrough, if they succeed, if you look at this company, you can see that they have a strong partnership with Volkswagen Group, which owns 25% of this company, all common stock, 25%. And this is important. And the founders owns together more than 20%, 11% here and 10.3%. And of course, the management together owns 35% of this company. So their stake are quite high. As the market cap is about 2.5 billion, they have a huge interest in this company to succeed, to push forward and become a winner with their technology. Of course, there is also risk. There is the downside, because they might not succeed. This technology might not achieve what they desire. And if that happens, it will be quite bad, because for the moment, they are in the prototype stage, the early stages, testing. They have some partnerships, agreements, and licensing deals. And if you look at their income statement, you see that they have no revenue. For the last 9 months, no revenue. They invest in research and development, and their losses are over 300 million. For the full year, over 400 million you can expect. So you also have to know this fact. And besides this, as this company has no revenue, they have to raise more money from partnerships such as Volkswagen and issuing more shares. Raise money from investors who believe that Quantumscape will become a winner, the gold standard in the EV battery market. The problem is, as I said, if they don't succeed, the shareholders will be burned. You see this dilution, and if you look over the years from its IPO, the number of shares was about, let me show you, Quantumscape, right? Shares outstanding, 2020 to 2024. You can see that in 2020 the number of shares was around 240 million, and now over 500 million. And you can also see here over 500 million. And this is bad because, as I said, if they don't succeed with their plans, with their technology, investors will get burned. And so far, you see the result. from its IPO declined close to 50%. And in 1 year, and year to date, another decline of 10%. So this is the risk. They might succeed, and your potential can be quite huge, because you can see this market size over 250 million. And if the Quantumscape becomes the gold standard, then everybody will want their technology. To license it, they might offer different agreements, Quantumscape, to them, and they can gain a lot of profits. But be aware of this dilution. And of course, if you look at the compensation table at the former CEO, you can see that 69 million in 2021. 69 million. Not even the CEO of Google, Meta, or Berkshire didn't have this high compensation of around 70 million. Of course, this happened because of option awards. And the stock price back then, 2020, had this massive increase, over 600%. So that was the reason why the compensation was so high. But you also have to follow their incentives. As long as the management owns 45% and they don't issue more shares, that would be great. Plus, follow their steps. See their improvements for their technology. If they gain more partnerships with other companies, new deals, and look for the performance of their technology. Especially there, the most important indicator you have to follow is this: cycle life. Those cycles to increase from 1000 to over 2000. If their cycles increase, then they succeeded to overcome the biggest disadvantage, the drawback, short lifespan. If those cycles increase from 1000, for instance, this year you see 2000, then for sure, rest assured that the stock price will go up. Their technology is getting better and better. So that's it for this video, and if you have other questions, please let me know in the comments.